Hello and welcome back again to my XCOM Let's Play. Yes, now we have a abduction mission to perform, so I don't know exactly how long this episode will be. The first episode was quite long, though each episode now I will probably revolve around each mission. And how often I will be able to upload missions will vary quite a lot about how much free time I have and so on. So yeah, perhaps a couple of missions per week or something like that is possible. But anyway, now we're going to focus on an alien abduction mission. We will get 100 credits. It is very light resistance, and that is good because I have mainly rookies that I'm going to be able to send to this mission. So we will confirm this. And so our squad leader here will be my new medic, Corporal Bailey. So last name, he will be my corporal, so Flynn Corporal Bailey. And this is basically how I'm going to address the officer rank system. I will award different characters to be officers, and corporal of course will not actually require that much from a character. I mean, his willpower is very high, so he can probably go to sergeant quite fast depending on different issues and so on. And medics is also in my book very suited for actually being high-ranking officers, usually because I don't know if they have exceptionally good willpower and so on, but at least in my role-playing efforts, I like to have at least one medic on all my missions. The other classes I can usually rotate people in and out. But usually I have at least like one infantry or one gunner in the mix. So those are also potential high-ranking characters in most of my squad layouts or teams. But anyway, Flynn will at least now be corporal, and so he will lead this squad of rookies, which all of course are privates. And if they are private, of course I will not actually enter anything into the name, so they will just be called privates. Yeah. Corporal Bailey here will, as I said before, is a very good aim, and I've decided to give him first aid kits, only first aid kits, because since I play with a red fog, then actually healing my character at least above 50% damage is crucial. I mean, a soldier that I have that are below 50% of their health are completely useless otherwise. I mean, they get a -30 aim penalty just for getting a single wound or hit point loss. They actually get a -15 penalty, and most soldiers, at least leveled up soldiers, can actually live with that for a short term or something like that, because they have a better aim, or especially when I have scopes available and so on, then they can still have a relatively good aim, so they can at least reliably hit someone between or behind half cover. But I mean, a soldier with a -30 aim penalty that is not like a super soldier will not be able to hit anything. So that's why the medic is extremely important. So to start with here, I will actually give him so as 6 loads of it, because each of these first aid kit only heal 2 hit points. Later on, when I get the actual med kit, I will probably just give him 1, so I have 3, and then I usually give like 1, maybe 2 med kits to the other troops as well. And usually that is like in the second month, and when you start facing like thin men and things like that will poison you, and poison is I really hate poison, because especially when you play with red fog, and I mean just a single wound loss will give you a minus 15, like more or less permanent aim penalty, aside from actually being poisoned, and that also giving you an aim penalty. So while they're poisoned, they are basically completely useless. So that is why it's quite important to actually give your troops some first aid kits or med kits or something like that, so they can actually heal themselves from poisons and stuff like that. So the medic is very, very important. Okay. Aside from that, then we have a few other regulars here. We have Ricky Wilson, good aim, good movement, or good aim. I mean, it's okay aim, and a good movement, and not so good willpower. Then we actually have quite a nice team here, because we have a 69 aim on Mick Wheeler, very good movement, and also very hefty willpower, so he's a guy to look out for. We have then Esteban Gutierrez, which we also had on the last mission. He's a great marksman, but he's quite slow, and his willpower is not the best, so but still he's a very good potential soldier. Then we have Katie Thomas, is an excellent marksman, very fast, and willpower, yeah, but I mean, aim and move is great, so I can probably with some shortage in willpower here. Then we have Augustine Moreau, not the best aim, but okay movement and willpower, so probably if he's practicing a lot and his aim improve over time, he can develop into a pretty decent guy as well. I hope so. Yeah, pretty solid team. Everyone here has a grenade on laser sight. For rookies, I think that is a rather good load or equipment to use for rookies. I might perhaps, or I could go for maybe a smoke grenade on someone. But I think that this is a relatively easy mission, so I will stick with this particular team and this loadout. So let's go.
Touching down.
We're moving into Argentina next. The threat there seems to be the most pressing. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
Okay. Let's go, man.
Central, this is Big Sky.
Move out.
Touching down now.
Okay.
Time for your orders.
Roger, Big Sky. Reading you 5x5. Strike 1 has the green light for deployment.
Okay, Corporal Bailey. Now you need to give some solid orders to your men to advance forward here and see what we have. Now, an immediate view over the battlefield. will show that we have a relatively shortage of good cover. It's relatively open ground, so we have to advance relatively slowly here. We will have to make sure that we have good fire lanes, and especially that we can retreat back into better covers if we face an overwhelmingly opposition. But if we meet the same position as in the last mission, we should not have much problem. So Katie Thomas will start by reaching this cover. I could go here, but I don't want to reveal too much of this yet. So this is what I currently see, and so I will not want to actually reveal too much here either, so we'll go perhaps there. I don't know exactly how much I will see, but we'll go there. Don't see anything. There's not much meaning of putting any operatives on this side of the cars, so I will just move my operatives up this way. I will move them there. Then I will move one there. And then I will put Corporal Bailey here in the middle, like he's controlling the group. So I basically now have divided up my teams like in 3 different tier 5 teams. My plan here will of course be to place 1 fire team behind this car. I will put 1 fire team in support over here, and Corporal Bailey will basically also be somewhere around here, and someone will probably advance behind this can here. Obviously this can will probably be a very poor cover, but it will suffice for now at least. Perhaps I can also advance up to this car at some point in time here soon. Yeah, basically I think that's my my strategy. Let's see if there are any patrols, or if we can actually hear something. That is usually important, because it gives me at least some sort of indication on what type of route I'm supposed to take. But I will definitely advance behind this car and scout ahead and see what exactly I can find up here. So we'll go there, and I will actually see some alien here. Yeah. Okay. And he's actually behind soft cover, so we'll probably take a shot at him. I will contemplate that actually, but I think I will. So I probably will advance behind this cover as well. He will not see anything. And he will go there. And he will also see some. Okay, we'll also see the same one. So good. 2 shots at this alien will most likely at least wound him, if not kill him. I will advance her there, and I will advance him like there, and then Corporal Bailey will just be standing at the back here so far, because Corporal Bailey is very important since he carries all my medkits, so I really don't want him to be severely damaged or killed. So 54 for Gutierrez, 46 for Augustine Moreau. So I think that Gutierrez are going to get a promotion anyway, so he's going to instruct Mr. Moreau here how to shoot and guide him, I think. Should I waste his... yeah. Actually, I think I will try this just for sake of the argument, because since I have two characters here that can actually shoot him, at least one should theoretically hit him. That's a miss.
Enemy is still alive.
So Gutierrez will have to be the one that actually does it. But he misses as well. So.
Missed the target.
But at least I am behind full cover here, and Patrick Wilson will actually overwatch. I will overwatch with the rest of the team here. Yeah, that's a nice spot to be in. Whoa, that was not good. That was really bad. I'm quite lucky if I will get out of this alive. You hit. Yes! That saved me, most likely, because now he's quite wounded and there are more shots as well. Yeah, that one connect as well. So that worked out much better than I thought that it actually would. Okay. That's the power of Overwatch and reaction fire when concentrated, so that actually worked out quite well. Okay, let's see here. I think that I'm not actually going to hurry here. I think that if I move this way, I'm not going to reveal any more aliens here. This one is exposed. For some reason they choose to actually expose themselves. So, well, okay. No one of them can see him, so that's why I moved there. But of course, you can see him. You have a 70% chance of actually wasting him, so you will do that. But you miss. Gutierrez, you still have a 54% chance, so I will wait with you. You will actually, KT will move there, and you will take your support with you. There. And then you actually might move up there and fire. Hopefully I do not reveal any more aliens by moving there. I might. No. Since this is a sort of a light mission, it's not that big of a chance that there should be aliens up here, unless they are like patrolling or something. But now you have a 66% chance to hit, so either you or Gutierrez should actually take this. But no.
Shot failed to connect.
Now yes, you need to wound him. You actually need to wound him now. Because a grenade is not an option now. Gutierrez, please show me how it's done. Yes.
Kill confirmed.
Yeah. Enough volume of fire should actually do it. And Overwatch and the rest here. No, there's the next one.
They're falling back.
And this is also a behavior which I usually count on, because if you have a group of aliens and you kill most of them, or most of them are wounded, so they basically can do nothing. Like, they have such a huge penalty that they are more or less unable to hurt you. They are actually going to run away. And quite often, even if you have a bunch of aliens, and like this one that are only in half cover, and I have killed like 2 of 3 aliens and there are no other aliens revealed, I can basically count on that alien more or less running away, so he's actually pretty safe in this position in that regard, usually. Of course, it's not like 100% sure, but most of the time they will actually run away rather than stay and fight. Which I rather like that behavior. They are not like running around like murderers, or like everyone are basically mindless, and they actually care about their own life, and run away, and later come back. And usually they come back when there are some other aliens around, and if there are no other aliens around, they just try to stay hidden, and you have to find them and kill them. But I think that is a nice touch from the developer that has made this mod. It makes it feel a little more realistic, even though of course it makes it slightly easier, but that's still not the case, because the aliens are overall harder to kill, and there are many more of them, so you still have to kill a lot more to actually get to that stage. Yeah, I just think that's really good. Okay, enough talk. Now we will have to see here. It's obviously have to reload. We will wait with advancing, and you will it will reload, and you will go there and reload, and you will the corporal Bailey will go there, watch, and then we will go there. Should not reveal anything, and you will go. Yeah, it should be safe to go there because he's there. So I'm pretty sure there are no aliens that I'm going to reveal here, but just to be on the safe side. So didn't need to use any grenades or anything. It's good. This map can actually be quite hard when you have like a horde of aliens coming towards you, because it's very hard to flank, or there is hardly any cover, and the cover that you actually have can be quite easily blown up or destroyed, and then eventually you have no place to actually fall back to. So if you have like a swarming mission on a map like this, you're basically going to come to this point up here, and you just have to fight a defensive position or defensive drawn out battle, and you are most likely going to get quite a lot of wounded soldiers, unless you have a brutal firepower, more or less. So yeah, that's it. Okay, as you can see, I cannot actually move my guys and talk at the same time, so you will have to just live with the fact that these videos are going to be long sometimes because of that. Now I don't actually know exactly where I want to advance, so I think I will advance on this flank here, because there are such poor cover up here. So there are, like, if I go there and I would like reveal aliens up here, it will then be very hard for me to reach like maybe this cover up here. So I will actually try and go on this flank here. So I'll take Esteban Gutierrez here, and I will go there. So now what I do here is that I send him up here, and if I would find aliens, he would just retreat back to this cover here. But now he doesn't find anything, and that's fine by me, so I'll just overwatch. Yep, I will move her as well. Okay, yeah. So we can hear something up here. So we have 2 aliens. Of course, that lone alien there could come down here and of course take a pot shot at him. But in this instance, I actually don't think that he will. But of course, I cannot rely on that. But, I will go there.
I'm sure my team would love to get their hands on that thing.
Yeah. Drones are not that hard. They can of course do some damage to you, but usually their damage is quite low, and even if you get a few shots, you will not stay in sick bay for such a long time, because you don't get single damages are so grave. But I will go there, and I will then move up there, and I will also move you there, so you can take some shots, and you will also move there, so that I can have some concentrated firepower on the drones, and you will stay there. I mean, it doesn't mean if I have these guys in half cover, since I still have a couple of the guys here, so, and I will most likely kill these drones within maybe a couple of jumps here. So, yep, 56. That's okay. Nice.
Damn it.
So we will trade some shots. 2. And drones here are of course different from other aliens or other units, because since they are robotics, they actually do not receive any aiming penalties for being wounded, so I better shoot him down before I shoot at anything else. Yeah. Okay, yeah, he's already shot, so he will take a pistol. I will shoot at that one. No.
I'll get him next
Okay,
time.
come on, at least shoot one of them down. No.
Damn it.
Don't want to. And you will be on Overwatch. So they will just rush me, so
No way, that just happened.
oh, 2 damage. Just hope he survives and he will retreat.
Get down here.
Yeah, second one. I don't know why he fled, but he did, so I'm not going to risk him getting any more damage. I will actually have him go there, just sit there. Maybe next time I can go there and shoot if they are not all dead. So you will take a pistol, shoot at that one.
He's down.
rifle. You will shoot at the next one. And basically with all this concentrated firepower I should have more or less no problem of killing this one.
Ammo out. Missed the target.
Yeah.
He's down. I'm out of firepower. over
Okay.
there.
Another one has escaped here now, so now we'll have to move up a little more careful. Perhaps I will have to move up in support and have some overwatch as well, if anyone comes. So I'll probably do that. Let's see here, everyone has been using their rifles. Overwatch. Okay, there's
They're
the next
falling
one.
back.
Is he going to fall back or not? Okay, we can obviously see him. So, who can actually see him? Everyone, yeah. Okay. He should be basically dead. Take your pistol.
Target eliminated.
Yeah, that's how we do it. XCOM style again. Okay, we have them line up, of course. As long as we have these kinds of opposition, it's no problem of having all guys lined up behind the car. But when we start facing other more difficult opposition, this will obviously not be a very good formation to stay in. But for now, that's okay. So yeah, the medic will go there, and so we'll heal him up for his 2 wounds, so he's back to normal health. Mr. Gutierrez, you're going to get a promotion, so it's important that you survive. You haven't released any shots, you will overwatch while you will start. Yeah, you have basically, okay. I think that for now you will actually overwatch for 1 round before we start reloading you, because we still have a sectoid. So yeah, there it is. Kill him. Yeah,
Dead and gone.
that's good. That was a smart move. Okay, so now we can basically reload all our weapons, because there should not be any more activated aliens, although of course there can be a patrol, but still, as I said, this is like the easiest opposition. It's a very light resistance,
We're green to go.
so I will just reload
Good to go.
all the weapons here.
Reloaded.
And then I will also reload the pistols. And he can watch. I'm relatively confident there will be no patrols coming my way right now. So yeah, pistols,
Let's do
reload,
this.
pistol,
Reloaded.
reload. Watch, watch. Take your pistol and you reload that.
Ready to engage.
What was that?
Okay, my feeling now are that there will be some aliens either there or up here somewhere, so probably be the last aliens here, because since it is only light resistance, so we'll try to move in that direction, expecting that. So So what I will do here is that I will divide my squad up in 3 fire teams, because the aliens are weaker than I am, so having 2 guys in a fire team that in such a small map here will actually be able to support each other. So I will take one guy and go there. I will take you, actually dash there. Then I will take you. You will actually be positioned there. And you will go there. So I will have the corporal with together with Portuguese in here, and they will take up the center. Then I will have these 2 that will actually stay behind here while this fire team advance up to this cover here, and make sure that there are no aliens around here. When I have done that, they will actually stay here while I start moving up with the center on the left here. So yeah. Okay, just watch everyone. Yeah, I did actually reload everyone. Yeah, I did. Yes. Okay. So I will move up a little more aggressively here now. I will go there. So there, no one there, so we'll go there. And normally, of course, you don't want to move with your last move into like half cover while revealing some place of the map, because that's extremely dangerous for your operative, because if you find aliens, they will then have the opportunity of shooting him in that rather poor cover situation. You cannot even hunker down, so you have a risk of taking critical hits and stuff like that, and that is really bad. So I will just go so, and unfortunately for some reason on this map we cannot go behind this car, so we have to go there. So it's kind of stupid how they've done the scenario, but yeah, that's what we have to go on. So actually relatively confident that I will be able to get behind this cover here without revealing any aliens. Although of course there are no guarantees, but I will go there.
Oh, it's go time.
And there I reveal them. Naturally. So this is a relatively bad situation here, in the regard that I cannot go on this side because he can actually come here and flank me. So I will go there. And I would like to get one guy, this guy, up here. But the problem here is that there are quite a lot of aliens that can put fire down here, and even if is behind relatively like full cover, since I have to dash there is a very good chance that they are going to hit him if they fire everyone. So I will just go there and hunker him down. The next turn he could potentially go there, depending on what I see and so on, or go and stand there, and he here could move here and see, and if I see too many aliens he could just hunker down, and then they will be basically not able to hit him at all. But now I need to press my other guys forward. So if I go here, there's probably this one going to see that far, so I can't really dash there, so I'll have to go there. The corporal will go there, and they will actually be on Overwatch, because since they are most likely behind this car or this truck here, or behind here, they will have to move at least 2 moves before they can shoot him, because I'm not sure they can actually reach this cover. So I will do some preemptive moves here. I will go there, because now these can overwatch in this position, and that should be enough to perhaps kill someone, or at least injure someone badly. At least they should not be able to get off any shots at me, or maybe one. I can take some casualties or some wounds. Some. You have to calculate that some soldiers will get damage at least sometimes. So yeah, I think this is quite good. I mean, it is a potential flank there, so I'll send one up here, and I will actually see one there, so that's actually very good. It could be a flank from there to potentially kill him. Okay. And this one obviously have not moved, so it's actually possible to go there. I can also throw a grenade at him to damage him severely. That way he will not, because again, if you play with a red fog, you have to play on the strength of that particular feature. So actually just wounding them are very important, because that means that you can actually position your guys in a more precarious situation. For example, I could position a guy here if he's wounded, because he's not going to be as accurate on firing him and so on. So, but if I go there, I think that I could throw a grenade. Of course, I potentially kill him, but I mean, just giving him 2 damage means that he now has a minus 30 aim penalty, because he has 50% damage, which potentially make him more or less a non-threat. And that, of course, I can capitalize on, so I will go there. Now he's going to Overwatch and shoot me, and I mean, he has no chance of hitting me during his Overwatch, so I didn't feel that this was a very dangerous move, and this is how I calculate when playing with the red fog. So I mean, the red fog also make my own soldiers weaker, but I can also make the enemy weaker at the same time. If you play in the vanilla game, for example, then the red fog actually do not apply to aliens, but it does in this mod, which is great. Otherwise I wouldn't use it, because it would be just pointless. No fun at all. So now I have a flank on him here as well, so I will surely take that shot. Yeah. Nice. And now we have, I think, 2 more alien. I don't remember if there were 4 or there were 3. But I actually could make a slightly more aggressive move up here. I think that would actually be a good move, because he's damaged, and I'm quite likely to start hunkering down here, because he's damaged, he's killed, so I actually think this is a good move. Oh yeah, we can actually see someone back there, so I will actually overwatch there so that he stays there. I can then go up around here. As I said, I don't remember if there actually were 4 or 3 aliens there. But I will now start moving a little more aggressively, because now I can put some pressure on them, even though this cover is like shit. I will risk my soldier here. Heal him, so now we will be slightly better at shooting, because now we'll only have like a 15 aim penalty, so he has potential to hit a little more, but still sitting behind this car are almost as good as standing behind full cover. So that's why I shot at him and not at her. So. But now he's not in Overwatch, and he's obviously not at Overwatch either, so... but of course going here is quite dangerous. We could of course just throw a grenade and end the suffering here. But if I want to have some extra weapon fragments, I could risk some soldiers in the being injured, since now I have quite a lot of firepower concentrated on them, so I will certainly go. I will go. Well, I think that's. Yeah, we can probably go there. So she will go there, and next turn she can go around and shooting him. No, he can't actually go there. That's a pity. Okay, he can go there. And he will stay there. He will rush to that position, I think. I think I will actually take some shots here. 26 and 33. He will have like a 30 on him, so. And you will go there. Okay. I will actually start by taking like 2 shots on him, because if you kill him, both die. And if that doesn't work, I will take 1 shot at him. If that connects and he's not killed, then I can at least rush up here, then she can go here next turn. So yeah. 34. And you will also take shot at him. I could of course just blow him up, but what? No, I'm going with this. And that plan worked. I think that's game. Yeah. Okay. 9 aliens. That's a pretty easy mission, especially if they are all sectoids and droids, drones. So good mission, man. Let's head back to base and see who got some promotions. Nice. Oh, I always feel good after operation like this. Almost no losses. I mean, he's wounded for 6 days. That's as much as other guys are tired, basically. So yeah, Esteban Gutierrez, you got a small chest flesh wound. Okay, I have 2 new medic engineers, so now I actually have 4 potential people for medics. I will have to think a little about what to do, so I will actually probably not promote any of these guys right away. I will look at them. A gunner and 2 assaults. So, well, no more snipers or scouts. That's pity. Okay, I will look at you. You have actually very decent aim and decent movement, willpower. Your aim suggests that you should be a rocketeer, but your movement suggests that you should be a gunner. But I think you should be like a support rocketeer, something like that. Because you have a good movement, so in order to capitalize on additional movements, it's good if you also are pretty good with your rifle. So let's see if you have any good infantry. No, you're better used as an assault, I think, because your aim are not as good. And your aim is not very good either. Your movement is pretty good. So it's quite unfortunate because I don't want that many assault guys. I'd rather have some infantry. I really like infantry. So I will actually not promote any of you either for now, and see if I can get more assault and infantry, and then decide what to do. Usually I would like my infantry to end up somewhere around maybe 70 aim or something like that at squad level, because infantry is very important that they have very good aim, especially if I'm going to use the bullet swarm effectively, and they're usually going to be like on Overwatch and watching over the squad and support the assault that way, in a mobile capacity. Somewhat like the gunner, but in a slightly different manner. They're usually quicker and more mobile than the gunner or the rocketeer. And also they are usually very good at hitting, and they can also be very good at like mopping up wounded aliens and things like that. Where you actually don't want to waste your gunner, since the gunner do more damage than the infantry normally. So you usually want to use like the infantry to fire once and then go into Overwatch. So okay, I think that you're actually going to be a rocketeer. Yeah, but the rest of you will have to wait in the barracks, and then we will see what we'll do with you. So we'll go to the barracks here, and we will look at Mick Wheeler. We will customize you into the standard look for the support. So yeah, this is the support look for my rocketeers. And of course you will not have a grenade, you will have shredder rockets, and of course you will laser sight, because hitting with your rockets is the most important thing. So it should be a standard loadout for you. And on the gunner here, I don't know, yeah, my standard loadout for gunners, at least now in the start, are usually like a first aid kit and laser sight. Because the first aid kit are, in my opinion, better than equipping them with like a ceramic plating. I usually find that when you play with a red fog, ceramic plating is not actually that useful unless you're scared that they're going to be like instantly killed by the normal weapon that you face. In that case, the first aid kit is much better, especially if you are facing like thin men with poison and stuff like that, because then you can actually heal yourself from the poison, then also heal the damage from the poison within like 2 rounds from being poisoned. So basically you're poisoned, you retreat, and then you heal yourself, and then you can get into position and start be an effective soldier again. That's much more efficient than using the ceramic plating. And also when you're facing like sectoids, if you get damage from the plasma pistol sectoid, it actually you might get either 2 or maybe 3 damage, and you might even get 4 damage. So for example, if you get 4 damage, you can actually use the first aid kit to get you from -13 penalty to -15, or if you only get like 2 damage, you go from having an aim penalty of 15 to 0. So yeah, it's very important. And I usually also equip my assault with a med kit or a first aid kit. Although, yeah, should it's here. But then of course it depends on what other type of soldiers I have. But in this instance, I actually giving him ceramic plating, and that is because you only have 4 hit points, so that's pathetic for an assault. So I actually had to give him ceramic plating and the first aid kit, or sometimes of course I swap it out for a grenade, because I need at least a couple of grenades in each squad. So based on the situation, I will give them a first aid kit or a grenade. Rookies usually just get like a grenade and a laser sight, and I usually don't care giving like laser sight for someone that I equipped with a shotgun. That's not as important, because they're usually going to be quite close when they fire the shotgun, or too far away, and then it will not matter anyway. So that opened up the possibility of equipping these assault with other stuff, like maybe battle scanners or high cap mags or whatever I feel are necessary for the necessary task in that particular scenario or mission. And of course, if I bring assault to downed UFOs, I usually actually swap the shotgun for an assault rifle, because I really don't think that they bring that much to the table using the shotgun, because the areas over which you fight are too open. So it's extremely dangerous to use a running gun and run up to someone and shoot them, unless like it's the last alien, or there are no other aliens very close. And usually you have to rush somewhere where you're also revealing the map, and then you reveal more aliens, and then you are seriously in a very bad position. So I usually give them an assault rifle and have them use their running gun ability in that regard instead, and stay at a greater distance, which works out quite fine often. And then usually they get, of course, a laser sight and some other stuff. And they're quite good in that role as well. Different from the infantry with different skill set, and running gun is still very, very useful. Okay. Yep. hopefully we'll have maybe a scout, a new medic for the next mission. Depending on how easy that is, I might leave some of these carriers at home and maybe take one or two at least. The medic will go. We'll see. Now we have 100 more, so we will look in here. So we can't do very much. What? We could of course excavate this for 10 buck. Just for good measure. I mean, it's only 10. That's not so bad.
Several members of the council have expressed an interest in acquiring some of the artifacts we've recovered. However, we should be careful in choosing what items we release. The research team may not have discovered their true value yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Hanger. We have our 4 Raven. We have not
I'm still
had
having
any
a hard time
UFO
grasping what
yet,
it is the
so
aliens are hoping to accomplish here. Are they studying us? Why abduct humans seemingly at random? There must be a pattern that we haven't established yet.
Yes, that have me quite worried as well. I hope we will find out soon. But anyway, some UFOs will probably show up soon. And it's most likely it will happen quite soon, so...
Contact detected.
Yep. Scramble and interceptor, so this one.
We have eyes on the bandit. Disengaging.
Contact detected.
Okay. Going to explain what I'm doing here, and this is tactics which seems to work most of the time.
Lost.
No.
Contact detected.
It didn't work this time very well, but well, that's a random chance for you.
Engaging bogey.
Oh, comes with hit.
We lost the bubble.
Oh. That was really lucky, but...
We have a confirmed kill on bogey 001. I repeat, the UFO is down. How copy, over?
Solid copy, Voodoo 37. Nice work. Central out. All right, people. Retask Recon Satellite Bravo and get me a visual on that crash site.
She's coming into range now, sir.
On screen. Magnify. Still in one piece. Commander, I recommend we get a strike team to the crash site immediately.
Okay, we'll just ignore this for the time being. Yeah, I would like to explain how I usually engage the UFO. Now it went horribly wrong, but it's nothing I can do about that. But usually, for example, when I face a small scout, I send out my first Raven, and I will basically, if my Raven has not taken damage before their first hit, I will wait until they receive some small damage, and then I abort. Then I send out a new Raven, and that one will usually be able to down the UFO with relatively small damage. That way usually I have some small damage to my Ravens, but they're usually only for a couple of days, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 days or something like that. Nothing major, which means that they're going to repair quite quickly and so on. Instead of having massive damage to one Raven, because then usually it will be like this, like 23, 19 days, instead of having 2 for 6 days, because then I have both back within 6 days. Instead of having like 1 back in like 19, 20 days and something like that, and then the next UFO comes and so on after maybe 4, 5, 6 days or something like that. So that usually works quite well for me, at least now in the beginning, against small and medium UFOs. The medium UFOs I think take like, if it's like 3 or 4 hits to down, and scouts take 2. So yeah, but no, it really didn't work very well. But okay, I shut it down, but I have no illusion that I'm going to shoot down any other UFO other than maybe another scout this month, if this is repaired. I might actually be able to shoot down the scout with this single Raven if I'm lucky, but yeah, I wouldn't count on it. Okay, I think I will end the video here, and then we will take out a new squad for our next mission. Okay, the medic is not ready. Well, that's unfortunate. I really would like the medic for this mission, but yeah, that was not meant to be. At least we have a scout. The scout is very useful on UFO down missions, because the scout can draw out overwatches, which is very, very, very useful in these types of map. Of course, now it's going to be a quite easy mission, but the scout will usually go out and find the enemy and then retreat back to a good fire position where I've set up the rest of the squad, so they will like get into a dangerous kill zone. For that, scouts are extremely essential, and his tactic, which doesn't work very well on regular abduction mission, because they are in more in urban terrain. And assault is, yeah, not that important actually on these missions, but hey, I'm going to use him anyway to scale him up. Okay, so until next time, take care and goodbye.